Mm.
Oh, hey guys, I'm Fatima, and today we're gonna be doing creative talk with Auntie Ivy, who is an advisor, English tutor, baker, and cat whisperer.
Cat whisperer.
Whisperer, yeah. Okay. So how did you become a cat whisperer?
How did I become a cat whisperer? Well, I grew up with a lot of cats. We initially rescued one cat, and then we didn't know enough to rescue that cat.
Doing creative talk.
So we ended up having 30 cats at one time. So that's how my life with cats started. And then for a long time, I didn't have any cats. And then when I married my husband, about 10 years ago, he started rescuing cats around the area. And because I've always loved cats anyway, so it became a natural thing for us to actually continue to rescue cats. So we rescue them, we make them well again, send them to the vet, take care of them, neuter them, and then sometimes we release them back to wherever we pick them up, and sometimes we find them new homes. Yes, so
Why did you become a cat whisperer?
well, I guess because we love cats. Both me and my husband, we love cats, and then we just don't have the heart when we look at cats. They are dirty, hungry. We don't have the heart to just let them be. We always feel like, okay, we need to do something because we can do something. We can't just let them, just suffer. So we ended up, picking cats, bringing them over to the house. Sometimes we don't keep them for very long. Sometimes we just treat them, take them to the vet, make them well again, and then we release them back to wherever we pick them up.
Any more questions about cats? Good, your turn. How long have you been just finding cats?
How long? Well, when I was a kid, I used to pick up cats. So, we used to pick up cats around the house, bring them home. So, like forever, for as long as I can remember. Yeah. We have 4 at home now. All are rescue cats.
I wanna see.
You want to see? Well, let me see if I can grab one for you.
Yes.
Rocky, you want to come? Rocky?
Maz, you're in for a treat. Maz. 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 Maz.
The biggest one that we have. We actually rescued this one from the giant parking lot. When we got him, he was all dirty and smelly and very small and skinny. He's big now.
What's his name?
I don't know why my husband named him Rocky, but he's Rocky. All right, Rocky.
Scared.
Yeah, he's got really like big tail. Oh, there you go. You can go.
Oh no.
Yeah. And we've got 3 more. Yeah, one of them likes to chew on cloth, shoes, whatever you leave behind. So we had to put all those things away. Rugs, he'll chew on rugs. Yeah.
Rugs. We don't have rugs.
Rugs.
Hey, ask her to intro herself. Introduce yourself.
Sorry, we're talking about cats. Okay, this is
Introduce yourself. We
this
already
Ivy.
did it.
Ivy.
Already did.
What?
You introduce yourself, please, again.
Okay, my name is Ivy. Like you said, I'm a cat whisperer, tutor, although I've not really been doing any tutoring right now. I am also a baker. I run a home-based baking business called Brownie Points by Ivy, where I specialize in gluten-free and allergen-friendly foods. And I'm also a Thermomix advisor. That's it. That's me in a nutshell.
What is Thermomix actually?
Thermomix, okay, I would bring it over to show you, but then I've got food inside my Thermomix right now because I just cooked dinner. It's a super cooking machine. Basically, it's a cooking machine that has over 20 functions in it. So you can make whatever. You can make anything from ice creams, jam, rendang, dodol, curries, rice, a lot of things, mayonnaise, salad dressings, chicken nuggets, whatever in there. So, you can just put things in there and then let it cook. And then, what's that?
More than 1,000. 7,000.
Why is it not moving? It's like 7,000 ringgit.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, lo.
But considering it replaces more than 20 of your appliances, that's not really a lot. Because if you consider the price of your 20 appliances, you probably end up paying more than that.
It's basically an iPad attached to a mixer.
We used to have one.
And I make caramelized onions.
Oh,
And also we would put ice and then a drink that would mix and then it would become like frozen drink. It's very
slushy, right?
that though.
Don't worry, we get more subscribers, we'll buy it. Hey. So, is it, did you make it or someone else did? Okay, wait, never mind. How did you start?
How did I start? Well, I started off as a user. Like I was working corporate. I was really busy, working really long hours, and my friend asked me to come and have a look to see it. So I went. I have a look at it. I really like it because I knew that it would save me a lot of time in the kitchen, and definitely save me time from cleaning my kitchen. So after I saw it the first time, I was hooked. I wanted it. So I got one and then I started talking about it because I love it so much. I started telling friends about it. I started posting things that I cook with it, on my Facebook. And then because my friends who know me know that I'm not a cook. I'm an absolutely terrible cook. I'm a baker, but not a cook. So a lot of my friends were surprised to see me cooking. They're like, hey, how come suddenly you can cook? So then I started telling them about it, and then friends got interested and asked me about it. So I thought, why not? Since people are asking me about it, why don't I become a Thermomix advisor? So basically, I started becoming a Thermomix advisor initially to get my free Thermomix. Because as a Thermomix advisor, when you sell your first 6 units, you actually get one for free. So my aim was only to get it for free, and then that's it, to be done with it, to not be an advisor anymore after that. But 3 years on, I'm still a Thermomix advisor because I love it. I love doing it. It's like I love sharing about the Thermomix. I love being able to help families to eat healthier, eat better, and not have to spend so much time in the kitchen making all this really good, healthy, delicious food. So I just love it. So 3 years, I'm still a Thermomix advisor. Long after I got my free Thermomix. I have 3 Thermomixes now, by the way.
That's a lot of money.
Well, I only bought one. The other 2 I actually got for free.
For like
21,000.
whoa.
So that's
Brain
15,000 that's free for me. Yeah, 2 more is free.
So basically, you can work there for just enough to get someone's price and immediately leave. Is that correct? Can you just do that?
Initially, that's what I wanted. I wanted to work as a Thermomix advisor, get my free Thermomix, and then that's it. Not be an advisor anymore. But yeah, because I love it so much, I decided to continue doing it.
So how long do you need to work there in order to get the Thermomix free?
Well, you only get your Thermomix with the first 6 units that you sell. After that, you don't get any more free Thermomix. But I have 2 that I got free because when I joined as a Thermomix advisor, it was the older model. So when they came out with the new model, they gave another incentive to the advisors to actually get the new model for free. So that's how I get 2 free instead of just 1.
So basically, you need to sell 6.
Yeah, to get that 1 free. It's not hard though to sell at 6. I did it in 2 months, I think. Yeah.
Basically, what do you bake?
That's 42 ringgit.
42. 42,000.
42,000.
42. It's 42 cheap.
42 ringgit.
Hey.
Ask a question again.
Okay. I forgot.
You asked me what do I bake?
Oh yeah.
What do I bake? I bake all kinds of breads and cakes, but I focus more on baking gluten-free and other allergen-friendly foods, which means that my customers can request for cakes that are gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, nut-free, soy-free. Yeah, a lot of free. Only the cake is not free. There's a lot of people with allergies out there, so I try to cater to what they need, because just because you have an allergy doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to enjoy a good cake.
What's your favorite recipe?
What's my favorite?
Both Thermomix and baking.
Yes.
What's my favorite?
Favorite baking recipe and Thermomix.
Baking recipe. Favorite baking recipe has definitely got to be the devil's food cake. It's a really simple dark chocolate cake, but it's fudgy and it's
Rolls.
delicious.
Food
And,
cake.
and the Thermomix makes it really easy to make frostings and things like that.
Oh wow.
It's
Oh, look at that. Moist heaven.
it's like what is that? Like,
Woo.
what is that? I know I cover my things.
It's
something
like
else.
a brownie.
It's like a brownie, but layered.
It's not dense like a brownie. Brownies are really dense, but this one is actually quite airy. It's quite soft and light. Unlike brownie. Brownie is more like, you have like a stubby piece of brownie.
I
But
like brownie.
brownies.
Look at that moist wonderland. Okay, back to the interview. Yeah,
Alright, everyone, don't forget to comment questions.
because we are brain dead.
You asked what favorite Thermomix recipe?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the thing? What is
My
your favorite?
favorite Thermomix recipe, I think, has to be nasi ayam, chicken rice, because it's so easy to make. I can cook. I can steam the chicken. I make Hainanese chicken rice. I can steam the chicken. I can steam vegetables. I can make the rice and make the soup all at one time. So it takes me about 25 minutes to cook the whole set for chicken rice.
I'm hungry.
And it's absolutely great for when I'm really busy. I just have to stack everything and then I can go out, do whatever I need to do, and come back and my dinner is ready.
I'm hungry now.
I'm hungry now. I thought you ate satay.
Yes, I know.
Ya, makan tapi awak cakap macam sedap.
So lapar balik.
Ha.
Is it what skills do you need to learn before becoming a Thermomix advisor?
What skills do you need to learn? I think you just have to not be afraid to share about the Thermomix, about cooking with other people. I don't think you need any really special skills, because the Thermomix itself is super easy to use. I mean, my son uses it to cook, to prepare meals for the whole family. So there's not much skills there. My son is 16. Yeah, so I think you just need to not be afraid to share it with other people. You just need to believe that you are sharing something good and that you also want other people to benefit from it.
Why did you become a baker?
Why did I become a baker? Well, I've always enjoyed baking. I used to work in consulting, like really, really high pressure job. And baking helps me to relax. So I used to just do it as a hobby. I would come back from work, sometimes really late. Sometimes I come back like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And because I'm so stressed, I can't sleep. So I bake and I would take it to work and my friends would eat it. And then soon, more people tasted the more stressed I am, the more I bake. So this one time we were on a really, really high stress project. So I was baking a lot and a lot of friends they got to taste my baking, and then people started ordering from me, started asking me to actually make for them. So that's how it all started. I started making for friends, who tried my cakes, and then I started making it for Hari Raya, and that's how I started baking. But I only started baking gluten-free about 10 years ago when I got married to my husband, and he couldn't take gluten. He had gluten allergies, and he also can't take sugar. So that's when I started like relearning a whole new thing about baking, because baking gluten free is actually really quite different from baking with normal wheat flour. So about 10 years ago, I started baking gluten free.
There's a question in the chat.
Oh, sorry, my cat. Hang on, I don't know what my cat.
They show me the cat.
Hello, what are you guys doing? Hang on. You're crazy.
Hello. What you got?
You just drop a bean.
What?
They just drop a bin. I have an empty trash bin that they drop.
Thought it was full. Like, oh my god, the trash. Oh no. You have to be an outgoing person to be at the moment.
Not really. I am actually an introvert by nature. So, but because when I'm doing something that I really enjoy, I don't really think about it too much. Like when I'm cooking, when I'm doing all those online cooking shows, I don't really think so much about who's watching me. I just focus on the cooking itself and just enjoying the process. Yeah. So no, you don't have to be, you don't really have to be very bubbly. You don't have to be like a natural extrovert to do it. It really just comes down to the love for the product and the love of wanting to share what you know is good. That's all.
Is your job stressful? As being
Not really. I mean, I worked in corporate for about 15 years before I quit to become, to have a change of career. I quit my job, my corporate job after 15 years to homeschool my child and to have a change in, to have a change in career. So I guess I'm used to a lot more stressful environment. That what I'm doing today for me is not stressful. I enjoy it a lot. And also because I can choose to do it or not to do it, is my own business. I can choose how much I want to do. I can choose, on days that if let's say on those days I really don't want to go out, then I don't have to schedule anything. I don't have to schedule an appointment if I don't want to. So I like it. I have a lot of flexibility that I didn't have when I was working in corporate before.
right. Question in the chat.
How many people did you have to demo in order to sell 6 Thermomixes?
How many people? I don't remember how many people, because when I was new, that time I was a new Thermomix advisor. I didn't actually conducted my own cooking shows, my own cooking demo. I invited people over to the Thermomix studio to watch cooking demos that was done by other people. But generally, I think for every 4 people who sees the Thermomix, 1 person would buy it. Yeah.
So you don't actually have a unit of your own before that? Before you get
I
the
already have it. You need to have a unit in order for you to be a Thermomix advisor. And in fact, if let's say you don't already have one, when you become a Thermomix advisor, you will actually immediately get your free Thermomix before you even completed your 6.
Wow.
Yeah, and then if you complete your 6, then of course it's yours to keep. If you didn't complete your 6, then you still get to keep it at a discount depending on how many you sold.
Wow. Basically, you don't have it. You can join and then immediately leave and keep your Thermomix.
Yeah.
Mom,
It's good to be able to share with people if you never used it.
Right?
You will use it.
Honestly,
Ask how many?
How many have you sold?
How many have I sold? To date, I have sold 49, I think. 49 or 50. 49.
Wow. In 3 years.
That's not a lot, actually. I know people who sold like 100 units within like a year. Because only this year that Thermomix has become more of a full time for me. In the previous 2 years, my focus was mostly on conducting gluten-free classes, on recipe development. So it's now that I'm taking a break from all those recipe development. I'm still baking, but I'm not concentrating on the other stuff. But this year is my Thermomix year. Yeah.
What do you do to no. I know the answer, Vicky.
What do I what?
What's the hardest recipe in your opinion? In for baking.
What's the hardest recipe? I wouldn't say hard. It's not hard. It's multi-component. So it takes a little more time to do it, but it's absolutely lovely. I suppose there's a few cakes that I do that requires a few components. One of it is the opera cake. Is a what we call almond jacon. It's like this thin sponge cake that's made of mostly almond flour, and then you've got cream, whipped cream that's mixed with coffee on top. You've got layers of it, and then you've got this ganache on top of it. It's that multi-component. It's not really hard. I don't know. I can't really think. I suppose difficult would be, I made this mooncake, this baked multi-layer, like this flaky mooncake. Yeah, that was hard. That required a bit of
Layer.
Okay, what's the hardest recipe? What's the hardest
type
recipe?
mooncake. I think I don't remember what it's called.
What is the most difficult recipe you did?
Coca, she just answered the question. The multi-layer mooncake.
Yeah.
Not hear her.
What's the easiest? What's like the most?
The easiest recipe for baking?
The easiest recipe for baking has to be a brownie, I guess, because
Brownie.
yeah, because you just dump everything into the Thermomix and then you just blitz it and then you pour it and it's done. It probably takes a few seconds to do. Pie crust literally takes about 20 seconds to mix inside the Thermomix. Like 20 seconds and you get pie crust. So yeah, it really makes a lot of things really, really easy.
Without the Thermomix, what is the easiest recipe?
Without, what's the easiest recipe to bake?
Yeah.
Let's see, easiest recipe to bake. Oh yeah, I've got this. We call it the chocolate dump cake because basically you just dump everything into one bowl to make the cake, and it doesn't use any butter. You just use oil. So all you need is a bowl and a whisk to actually make it. So that is really easy. Yeah.
How much do you make for each Thermomix you sell?
How much? Well, it really depends on how many you sell, because the more you sell, the more you actually get per unit. So let's say you sell 4. You actually make 4,000 from the 4 that you sell. You sell 10, you make 11,000 from the 10 that you sell.
So you make 1,000 per thing.
Yeah, up to 9 units. And then on the 10th unit, you make a little bit more.
Oh my god, this looks so good.
What are you looking at?
It's chocolate. Okay. How old is the youngest Thermomix advisor in Malaysia?
Youngest, I really don't know, but I've met some pretty young people who are in their early 20s. I'm in my mid 40s, so early 20s people are really young to me.
You look young.
Thank you.
You look very like 20.
Wow, you're my new best friend.
Okay, what is the oldest person
In
you've
the
still? Yeah, what's the oldest person you've met in the community?
I really don't know, maybe in their 60s, I guess. Yeah, maybe in the 60s. Yeah.
Imagine. And murder, we did it. I don't even know what I'm
what is
doing.
like the oldest person you sold to in the end?
Yeah.
Oldest person. Well, the oldest person I've sold to is my friend's mom. Actually, I didn't think that she was going to buy it for herself. She came to accompany her daughter, my friend, to a cooking show at the studio. And then she was so impressed with it that she actually bought one for herself. She is in her 70s. Yeah.
The youngest person you sold to.
Youngest person I've sold to is probably, yeah, in their 20s, in the early 20s.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Your internet. No. Kaboom goes the
Wait,
internet.
okay, okay.
What's that?
Your internet
You
went
froze just
kaboom.
now.
My internet froze. Is it okay now?
Yeah, don't worry.
Where's the Thermomix? What studio? Studio. Where is
HQ.
it?
It's in Sunway Damansara. It's a beautiful studio. It's just too bad we can't be there right now. You know, it's closed right now because of, we're on MCO. But it's a beautiful studio.
Oh.
Thermomix.
Maybe. Coco wants to ask.
Look at
Would
this.
you rather work at your office or work at your house?
I rather work in the office than the house. Oh, I rather work at home because I get so much more done at home. Because I am a Thermomix advisor and I'm also a baker at the same time. So when I'm at home, I can multitask. I can bake, then also I can attend to my customers, my Thermomix customers. So I get to do like a lot of things. I get to attend to my cats, and of course I don't have to waste time on the road. I used to drive from my place in Ampang all the way to Setia Alam on a daily basis because I was helping out my friend who has a baking studio in Setia City Mall. So it's a very long way to travel on a daily basis. So I spend like every day I spend about 2 hours in the car. So I listen to a lot of audiobooks while I'm driving.
Like what?
Your favorite audiobook?
Yes, what favorite audio?
My favorite audiobook, is actually a young adult series that I've actually listened to at least once a year. It's called The Raven Cycle.
Sorry, can you repeat again? You froze again.
Young adult series called The Raven Cycle. It's a 4-book series.
Okay. She's checking it out now.
Google's at my fingertips.
I think it's okay because the book is it's young adult, so it's probably suitable for older teens, but not quite for younger teens.
What's it about?
It's about magic and ley lines and finding the Welsh king who can grant wishes. Yeah.
Wow.
I love it. Actually, I was listening to it with my son, but I think I was more into it than he was. So I ended up either reading or listening to the audiobook at least once a year. So I've like read it / listened to it 5 times already.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my favorite. For younger teens, definitely this series called The Outlander is about this boy who discovered he went into this hole at his in his laundry room, and he ended up like on a parallel universe where rats were as big as humans and could talk, and they traveled by riding on bats. It was it's nice.
It's on Netflix.
Woo!
Really?
I don't know whether it's the same
Metaphorical
same story or not.
Okay.
It's a series.
Oh no, the Outlander. I think the one in the Netflix is definitely not for kids to watch. No. Wait, let me see.
We need
Oh,
to wrap up because
Outlander. I
it's
think
time.
Wait. Let me think. No, it's not for Outlander. No, I think I've got it wrong. I think it's called. What is it called? Hang on. Happy? Oh, Happy. Happy? Oh, can't hear me. Wait. What's that book? What's that book where we read about the boy and the rats that's like humans and then the bats? What is it called? Blender. So what is it called? The underground thing. Oh yeah, it's called the Underland Chronicles.
Oh, check it out.
Oh, it's famous.
Of course, it's famous.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Would you like to say any last words to the audience?
Audience.
Any last words? Yeah, okay. Get a Thermomix. It'll make your life a lot easier.
Yes.
Yes, get
And
to do
kind-
work.
Kind to cats.
And what?
And be kind to cats.
Yes, I agree. Okay, thank you all guys for watching. Please come again tomorrow at 8:30 Malaysia time, fun times 7 a.m. for a talk with Dr. Aisha, a psychiatrist and
Psychiatric.
psychiatrist
Stay at home.
to
Mom.
stay at home mama. Okay, bye.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Ivy.
Thank you for spending your time with us instead of your cat. It means a lot.
My pleasure. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.